Enjoy the show. Play on my channel.
Anytime I don't want to talk about it, I'm just going to say, sounds good, I'm in.
Bunny.
Such a manage.
Then he scratches it, she scratches it, scratches it, scratches it. Like, oh, you want to go back into it? Here they are, still talking about Batman BDSM.
I don't think he's doing much voice acting.
No, he can't get no satisfaction. That's what it is.
So, we're going live on the Facebook, Twitch, and
on
the
the
YouTube.
Facebooks. You say it's such like an old person now. The Facebooks.
Yeah, that's purposeful because this is the
It's the internet.
310th
That's not how it works.
and Wall Hangers Media Network presentation. And I didn't mean to do that. We're just going to stop that. We're going to do this. And we're going to start
What's an
off.
amateur hour over here, Matt?
We're a fine-tuned machine because we're going to start off the show right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the only podcast to start off clunky every time, but not fail you like an engine. We are the Triforce Podcast, of course, and I am your host, Matthew Bucarell, the Matt Man.
We limp along with square wheels.
To my left, we have one Christopher Bristow, the old man. And in the Perjanger box, we have Amy, no nickname needed, a long return and welcome at that, as well as our Iron Kelly Collins, bringing it back to the podcast, and our omnipotent producer that is Big Brother Stephen Bucarell. Mascot, Hero Time, Link Diablo, walking around here somewhere, probably chewing a bone. Very in tune to the podcast. But we...
Not biting me, so.
Well, you know, it's hard to do it from here.
He's going to nip you virtually.
I'm sure he'll find a way.
Nips of love.
Virtual nips.
Virtual nips from Link.
But we don't gather here for virtual nips. We gather here because tonight, Spider-Man Bukkake, Bad Bunny hops into the MCU, delaying Mario, and so much more on the Triforce Podcast. And, of course, we want you to hop on over here to pjandwh.com, where you're going to find all the crazy and luggy and nutty moments right up top, as well as last Triforce Podcast that was up there. Who knows what the fuck it is? Bros Before Streaming Hoes, Aqualad's Got Swimmies.
Okay.
And then hop on over to Walljanger Gaming. You're going to see myself and Big Brother streaming Saturday through Friday. Okay, I'm going through the Old Republic, as always, but Big Brother has got the latest and greatest game going on right now that all the nerds are talking about, Elden Ring.
I'm playing Sifu. I'm going to start streaming that.
Yeah, man, I heard they got some upgrades or updates and different like difficulty settings and other slice of life stuff that's coming out soon for that.
That will be it's not gonna get multiplayer, but it will get DLC. I'm just going through the entire story first just so I can get acclimated. So when I play it to get all the hidden stuff, because you have to play through multiple times on multiple lives in order to get everything to unlock the game. So once I'm on that realm, the game goes fairly quick.
It's a masochist level event.
It is. There are some bosses in that game that rival Elden Ring difficulty. And some of them even surpass it.
Okay. I mean, I don't have those problems in the Old Republic.
No, but you don't have any problems in the Old Republic because...
Hey, man, the Sith are real, all right?
I mean, they're ones and zeros, but
don't
they're
call
all
it a
real.
comeback. They've been here for years.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
I know it's going right when everyone in the box is shaking their head.
Thank you. Because...
But you might find Connor on here as well. Like, he's going to be starting to stream 2 games, Plants vs. Zombies 2 Garden Warfare, and he's actually starting MLB The Show 22, believe it or not.
I mean, it's baseball. It's not like he's actually playing in MLB.
No, he's
That would be fucking impressive.
that would be impressive.
Like rookie
yes.
of the year kind of shit. Like,
So
what did he do? Twist his arm?
I'll start streaming that with him. So
Okay. Kelly, have you been playing anything? I mean, I know you haven't been streaming in the longest time.
I want to stream again. I do. It's been I've been playing a lot of PUBG. They did a remastered of a few of the levels, so I've been playing that. I was playing for a while. What's it called? And I was enjoying it. Project Zomboid.
Okay. Yeah.
But
That's a good one.
that game's so hard.
Oh yeah, no.
That's like
I've
Escape
played
from
it.
Tarkov hard.
Yeah, I've played
Yeah.
it,
And
but
then
I have
that's
not
another one I
played
was playing.
much.
I was playing Escape from Tarkov as well. It all depends who I'm on with. Stop playing Warzone just because it got terrible in Call of Duty. But
Well, I
You can
played
play with me, Kelly.
I played Fallen Order up until a point I got frustrated, and then I'm probably gonna hop into Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's
Try
allowed to
finish
play
that.
games until he scares the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Link tells me, bro, no, we're stopping this now. Like, I can't have you raging out like that. That's no.
That's when you bump it back a difficulty level.
Yeah. But I'm on
I'm
easy.
playing on what?
But I'm on easy mode. What is going on? Oh, but another thing that's going on is
that level selection of Doom, where it's like, hurt me more, don't don't hurt me, daddy.
yeah, don't hurt me, daddy.
I'd love
Doom.
to play Elden Rings, but I just got this new Xbox. I'm not trying to smash it.
Play it on PC.
I'm not trying to smash my PC.
I would
Just
never.
Just like what's it called? When I used to play Demon Souls.
Oh, that'll get you.
I've said that before. I've never been so angry.
Yeah,
in
you've
my
said it
life.
multiple times, but Demon Souls
Yeah.
will do that to you.
Yeah, you had to start over with that one.
Outer
from the
Ring, you can
beginning.
grind
One
at a
level.
lower level and kind of OP yourself for that region, and then you can
And
move
then
on to the
move up.
region.
Yeah, and you can always
Gotcha.
summon someone to help.
That's always
Pick
nice
someone.
too.
I mean, I'm
with
not
a-
gonna lie.
with a book
I do find that game interesting.
Yeah, it's actually very well done, and better than
I mean,
other.
just call me crazy. I just feel like I should be able to save wherever. I shouldn't have to go to a fucking campfire. I shouldn't have to go to
No,
one
you can
central
save
location and
wherever. You just
fucking
can't.
meditate to get my health back and
you
all
can
that.
save
No.
wherever.
You don't. It's always it's online, so you're kind of always saving.
Yeah.
You
That
can't like, oh no, I died. I'm going out. Like that's not how. It
Oh
works.
no, I
you
die
just
out.
lose your bank of souls. That's it. That's there's nothing really. You're not really missing anything.
And eventually, you get used to that.
Okay, so the repercussions aren't as bad. As
No,
like
they're
Demon
not as
Souls
bad.
is.
Yeah.
Just take your time. Don't rush the process.
Yeah.
I have been thinking about getting into it. I've been
All right,
thinking
well,
about
you
it
can
because if Big Brother's putting this amount of effort into a game, it has to have at least some kind of playability.
It's got some
for me.
legs. It's got some legs.
Yeah.
Although when you're
I just thought I would wait for some
5
kind of
things a
like
week.
improvement. Like I just heard so many mixed things. So
Oh, it's amazing.
I just hear everybody
your time.
really loving it.
I mean, when you die, it's like, I shouldn't have never done that, and then you're more mad at
There
yourself than.
there's certain level areas, explore the
Gotcha.
whole map, and you can go anywhere, so you can get all the what are they? The golden seeds.
Yes.
And with my one game, I have
Giggity.
9 health bottles.
I said giggity.
I can go all day.
Double
He said,
giggity.
he said golden seeds, not shower mat.
Yeah.
Triple giggity.
Miss me?
It's a new lemonade stand, Matt's Golden Shower.
I'd rather not.
And we have the title of this one.
Oh, thank God I
We have a
titled it.
TikTok. That's what we have.
And that is where the key is of being the editor. Just going to lock that one up. But another thing we're going to lock up, now I got to keep it in, is the first story, because we got to lock up these motherfuckers at Netflix, because Netflix cancels multiple shows, and it's all amid the
This
huge
is
subscriber
self-induced. I'm just going to call it. This is self-induced, knowing that Netflix was going to be trying to come down on password sharing accounts. If they would have just not rocked the boat, this would have never happened. Just going to
Don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over.
Okay.
It's important words. I mean,
Rock the
especially
boat?
here for Netflix, apparently.
Don't
Because-
rock the boat.
They're cutting animation. The one thing
The one thing
I
that
loved about Netflix is how they do animation and how they do their products.
So
And
we're not going to get the final season of Dragon Prince?
not at this stage. It's going to be like
That's
5
such a
years
good
until you
show.
get it. They're cutting budget. It's It's going to be like NASA in the fucking 90s.
It's like every company nowadays.
Luckily, there's so many other places to turn to.
Yeah, like the next story.
Like Bezos. Like,
Invincible.
the fucking Bob Network, man. Paramount Plus. I'll say it.
Just say it. Just say it. You're not.
Paramount Plus, I will say, I love that network.
Yeah, because
With
it
no
has-
ads. Because I have
The
all
ads
the
are
Star
unbearable.
Trek. They are. Any
You turn
kind
it
of
crazy.
on, you have to see
Crazy.
an
The
ad.
reason I got that originally was to watch Bar Rescue.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, but
and
now
then
you
everything else
have.
came.
Have you checked out Halo?
I haven't, and I've
Oh.
heard so many good things.
Oh,
I'm
you
planning
need
on it
to.
very soon.
You need to. Out of all of us, sir, you need to watch
I know,
that show.
I know. And
That
I
is
plan
so
on it very
good.
soon. Just been
Why
catching up
are
on
you
everything else.
podcasting and not watching Halo?
Because he understood the assignment.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But according
Anyway.
according to the Wrap, streaming giant has pulled the plug on numerous in-development Netflix shows. The company's animation department has been hit the hardest by the issues, currently suffering downturns in its market value and subscriber base since the turn of the year.
What was that show that your cousin was on?
Midnight Gospel.
He animated it.
Yeah, he wasn't on it.
You could
Yeah,
see
but
his
he helped.
drawing.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we know the point, and it's like blink and you miss it. Like, hang on, go back. There
so,
it is.
so, Amy, quick question. Any of the animation on Netflix that you actually enjoyed?
Could have formulated that into an actual sentence. Is there?
Animation like you much? Tell me. Me say word.
Jump, Lisa.
I will say, I started watching Arcane, and
Okay.
Arcane's really good.
It is. I got into I think I got into like 4 or 5 before I got distracted, but I was very happy with Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
Have you checked out Legend of Vox on Amazon Prime? I've heard good things about that.
Love that.
I haven't
Yeah.
checked it out, but I've heard good
It
things,
is
so I
really
will
good.
check it out.
You should.
Okay. Because animation, that's the thing. It takes a while. And
It does
when
take
you're
time.
watching it, it's almost hard to believe, but someone is actually drawing that whole fucking thing.
They use
Well, not anymore. They're
computers
using templates
now.
for.
You're doing
and-
templates and computers,
They're
but
drawing it live.
the drawing is
Yeah.
still
We're
doing it
happening.
live.
Dude,
Ah,
with quantum computing, we are almost there.
who doesn't remember those live
Almost
Looney
there.
Tunes, huh?
You know?
Before they killed bugs. You know, it was a horrible heroin overdose.
Hang on. Let me type it into my fax machine.
Come on, man. Nowadays, nowadays bugs would have been on fentanyl.
Or Starship Troopers.
Phew. I don't know which is worse.
So,
Exactly, Charlie.
ironically, on Friday, April 21st,
I make him mute himself.
Netflix announced that it had lost 200,000 subscribers since the beginning of 2022. The streamer's company's recent decision to pull out of Giggity Russia over the war in Ukraine cost it over 700,000 viewers per Reuters. Although that loss was often by the acquisition of 500,000 new subscribers since the start of 2022. So in this streaming war, subscriptions are very important because that is really where you're getting your revenue. Because even if you add that ad level payment structure, I gotta feel like if you're an actual sane human being that has shit to do
Yes, but
and is I'm not even saying frivolous income, because I swear to God, a person working at McDonald's will pay for ad-less streaming. It is a essential need for some people. At least that's
it
how
goes
I
to
think.
their mental health. So let me preface this.
Once again, it's all about mental health.
So
I
let me
get-
let me
I get
preface this.
frustrated at Hulu because of that.
Oh,
I pay for Hulu's TV service too, and I still have to pay for ads. Like I still have to watch ads.
Yeah, you still gotta
for
watch
on-
ads because it's
for
live
on-demand.
TV.
No, for on demand.
Oh, for on demand.
But even if you have to pay how much we pay for Hulu?
70.
$70 a month.
Ugh.
We still have to pay for ads on demand things. I don't think that should have to happen. And it is what it is.
I'm
but-
sorry. I thought I just lost 5 years off my life because you said $70. Like,
Well, we don't have cable. We
Pull
got
it
no cable
out!
like that. So listen. Another thing Hulu does that we found out.
No,
so
listen.
we went to the Poconos for the weekend, and I brought the Xbox so we could the kids could watch some shows. We have live TV, and it's all attached to your account. But if you take your Xbox somewhere and want to use your Hulu account, you can do the on demand. It won't let you do live TV. It goes by IP address.
Correct.
Like, so I can't watch live TV with my Hulu account somewhere else.
Well, you could if you did a VPN and through the router.
Yeah,
and then
or
it
I'd
made
have
it work,
to
but
say that's my new home address. It takes time to set that all up.
I like how the two IP people were just shaking their head like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could just do it that way.
Yeah, we can.
You know,
Virtual
ExpressVPN.
network, yeah.
ExpressVPN calls.
NordVPN, they're the better service. Well, you know,
Either
Insert
VPN,
affiliate-
call us. I don't
insert
give a
affiliate
shit.
link here.
I'm Chris. I know everything about me.
I thought you were gonna go with your.
Actually.
Well, the Sector 9 of the G-Force. Well, it's wiping.
So I'm gonna
That's
preface
back
this.
because of some
I'm gonna
shaky old
preface
fuck.
this whole Netflix losing subscribers thing.
Yes.
Is, you know, they can claim the war effort all they want, but they've been saying for the last 6 months that, hey, we're working on analytics on how to do, password sharing. So do I think it's people just saying, all right, giving the finger to Netflix? Sure. They become what they're a product and a hindrance of their own success. So they when they first started with this streaming service, it was like, well, we're not cable. But now they're cable because they have fucking everything.
Well, that's the thing. They tripped and stumbled into the streaming service. They were focusing mainly on mailing you shit to watch at first because they wanted to be better than Blockbuster. And now you have Netflix at this point to where they have their own plethora of content to where even Disney is looking at jealously. And they're deciding, no, I won't do that show. Yes, I will do that show. But you see these subscribers dropping off because there's nothing to watch.
What kind of accent was that?
Upper English?
That was
Cross with
posh
Canadian and a little
posh English.
Mexican in
Posh
there,
English?
maybe a
Posh
little
English.
Swedish.
It's a lobster bisque.
It's
all right?
it's
Lobster bisque?
like it's Birmingham Palace like wave with this kind of like motion accent. Yes.
Blurry hand.
Blurry Hand Princess Wave might be the title of this podcast.
Yes,
but
it will be.
something else that's happening is this next story.
Oh, I saw the trailer
because
for this when we went to go see Sonic 2. It was amazing.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 and 2 are delayed.
I mean, if it's delayed for a reason, I'll allow it.
It is no longer
and-
releasing in 2022. Sony announced a delay into the anticipated Spider-Verse film.
Yes, but if it makes the story better and, overall quality better.
Hold on to your hat, Virginia. I'm not done.
Oh, shit.
But the following up to the 2018 Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was originally set to release October 7th, 2022. Its new release date is 8 months later, June 2nd, 2023, making it a summer 2023 release instead of the fall 2022. Additionally, we now have a release date for Across the Spider-Verse Part 2, as the sequel will release March 29th of 2024.
24?
Meaning,
Jesus.
fans will have to wait nearly a year for the storyline to conclude. But here's what I like about this.
You're asking me to wait my age? Shit.
Marvel asks you to wait all the time, and you have no problem.
I know.
So here's
But
the
it's
thing.
Sony.
is I like how moving it
Stomach.
8 months is not bad.
But
Okay,
this is like Black Widow level shit.
fine tuning, doing the little things, just
Stomached all over.
moving it back a little bit for whatever reasons. A summer release date for Across the Spider-Verse, that seems like a fit for that. That seems like a summer blockbuster because the last one was so fucking huge.
I would rather
Stomach.
put this in either May or September, October, only because of the climate kind of conduces people to go indoors for activities.
Summer is
Just
a very
nice enough to go
popular
outside.
release date, man. You go into the fucking
never
movie
used to be.
theater. You go into the movie theater for the AC.
Yes, when it's like
Yeah.
Why do you
Yeah,
think
that-
people
that's
think,
the motive.
oh, we'll go to the movies. It's in the AC. I don't have to sit on the fucking beach. Get sand in places I didn't want. Nobody wants sand in those places. It's not just Anakin.
But those are the major selling points.
the opinions of Matt Man is
Welcome-
not reflective to
we have a
everyone
button
in the
for that.
podcast.
Welcome to the beach. Nobody wants to be here. Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1, we'll see Issa Ria's Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, join... I am not going to try these names. Fuck that shit.
There's actors in it, and they're really.
It's a disservice to
important.
the actors for me to
What's the name?
kerschmuck
Can you highlight
their
it?
fucking names.
Can you highlight it? Shamik Moore,
There you go.
Haley Steinfeld.
Well, I knew that one.
Seinfeld.
Okay.
Not Seinfeld. Steinfeld.
Shamik Moore was
The new Hawkeye. Not that guy. I'm talking about Haley Steinfeld.
He was actually in
Steinfeld.
Sonic 2. He was
No
pretty
idea
funny.
Who you're talking?
But he was also in Criminal Minds.
Oh,
That's
okay,
where
that
you know
guy.
him from. Yeah.
Still.
So, the animated comic book sequel, who are reprising their roles as Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, and Spider-Gwen respectively, the plot details are being kept under wraps, but will reportedly feature multiple spider-powered characters across the Marvel Comics time and space.
What about
So-
Spider Pig?
He's of course he's going to be in there. Directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller told fans that the animated Marvel movie will have hundreds of
Gotta
characters.
get John Mulaney again for that. That would be great.
Hundreds of characters. 230 characters.
That's impressive.
230. Like, I mean, it's not just that Spider-Man, but it's all these different Spider-Men in all these different
Man,
worlds
that bill's
and
gonna be
their
big.
immediate rivals, villains, supporting characters, all these people. 200. There's 1,000 people working on this project.
Hence the reason why it's getting delayed to 24.
But I feel that they're just trying to add that little extra bit of love into it to make it just as big of a hit as the original was. Because that first, dude, Into the Spider-Verse.
Have you seen the trailer, Amy? Have you seen the trailer for it?
I have not.
You've seen the first movie, though.
I have not.
All right, you have to watch the movie.
Watch the movie because it is really good. Because even though it's animated, it's just taking everything that you know about Spider-Man and all these characters in different lore, and it's just giving you a different origin story. It's just this Spider-Man, his origin story involves all the other Spider-Man. So he's seeing all these amazing people around him. And then he's like, I'm supposed to be you? Come on, bro. They're like, yeah, man, sit back, Junior. You're like, no, I'm going to be Spider-Man. And that's the movie. But that's a fucked up way to put it, but no, that's right.
Will they incorporate the Insomniac Spider-Man?
Well, they're going to 6 different universes in this,
All right,
as
so
well
maybe.
as the 240, not 230, 240 different characters, 6 different universes.
Okay. So multiple villains and Spider-Man from each universe.
Does it have ABS? Oh, sorry, wrong show.
It does not have ABS or traction control. You can add in CG right there, though.
Admit, please.
We have another to admit.
Admit, please.
Oh, right.
Because
There you go.
I can't believe my eyes.
Kelly's back.
Well, yes, Kelly's back, but also the return of Wonderful Woman, Katarina Thermascara. Both of our lovely ladies are here. Amy, no nickname needed, and Wonderful Woman, Katarina Thermascara. You're muted.
We can't hear you.
Of course.
Now you can.
There you are.
I am. I'm not saying. I just wanted to pop in and say hi and give you all disapproving.
You know, even if you didn't watch the podcast up until now, we deserved it.
Yeah, we did. She's frozen.
Well, have you been on for more than 3 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Amy's always
Definitely.
Amy's being nice right now. She's not giving any dejecting looks yet.
You wouldn't have put Big Brother in the horny corner, though.
Not yet.
Only a year.
Amy, I'm counting on you.
I got it covered.
Oh, we were just talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse being delayed,
Till 2024.
but they're having 240 characters in 6 different universes and 1,000 people on the project. What are your thoughts, Kat, while we have you?
Sounds good. I'm in.
Hot takes from Wonderful Woman.
Hot takes. This is going to be the new like 2-minute clip.
Please do not.
You talking 2-minute clip? That's a new TikTok.
Anytime like, I don't want to talk about something, I'm just going to say, sounds good, I'm in.
You should probably listen to that statement before you say that, though, because that may get you in some hot water. I'm just saying, from a purely speculative perspective.
He's trying to goat you.
I'm in.
Sounds good, I'm in. A lot like this next story. Because, of course,
That was a good segue, sir.
it was a good segue.
That was a good segue.
But Doctor Strange 2, exclusive, Kevin Feige on exploring the mind-bending,
wait for this.
mind-bending, frightening side of the multiverse. Featurette gives fans a new look at the alternative versions of Stephen Strange appearing in the sequel. We see both the heroic Defender Strange, whose existence was first revealed via an action figure, which is sad, but a lot of the features have been coming out as action figures, and the frighteningly undead Doctor Strange. In addition to the footage, both Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige and director Sam Raimi offer more of an insight into the development of the film, with Feige confirming the sequel was always intended to focus on the wider Marvel multiverse. Feige says that was always where we were headed in with the sequel to Doctor Strange, knowing that we wanted to explore the mind-bending, frightening side of the multiverse. Raimi, despite having already proven his Marvel cred on the original Spider-Man trilogy, notes that he saw the assignment as a real good challenge.
Okay.
I'm just excited for this movie. I just want to see it, and I want to enjoy it. I will gladly pay my money 3 times over to go see it.
Yeah, he says, but
don't hold me to it.
I got a call from my agent saying that Kevin Feige and the Marvel team were looking for a new director for the new Doctor Strange movie. I was a big fan of the first one. It was really intelligent and interesting. So when that offer came in, I thought this would be a really good challenge. That is exactly what I would want to hear from Sam Raimi, to where he's looking at this not like, oh, this is an easy layup. He's like, ooh, hang on, what you got here? Doctor Strange and the multiverse? Okay, what we got going on here? What can we cook? Give me these ingredients. This is an explosive movie from what I have
It's going to be
seen,
amazing.
and everything from what they're saying about this. We're seeing it May 6th, so it's on the horizon.
So before I add my stuff, what do you two think? I'm discrediting Kelly because he's talking in the background.
Oh, I was about to say there's 3. Oh my God, he's having a stroke. He can't count.
Cat, you.
Another Predanger down.
Let Amy go first.
I think it's got big shoes to fill. It definitely got to be just as good as the first one. Otherwise, I mean, like you said, the first film had that intelligence factor in there, and it's got to have that same intelligence and not just be pure action. Because Doctor Strange is one of these characters that it's not all about physical strength. It's, we have to look at things from a different perspective, and you have to, bring that into these movies simply because you're attracting a different type of viewer with Doctor Strange movies versus like the Hulk or any of the other Marvel movies, because it just is a different feeling environment altogether than a lot of the other Marvel movies.
Cat?
I
Spoken.
was going to say she left.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
We asked her opinion. She ran away.
Cat? Fuck
No,
you,
very
Matt
much,
Man.
Amy, I agree. This is Doctor Strange is very cerebral, and one of the few things that I have like that I've nitpicked about Marvel in the past is with their sequels, it almost feels like they're trying to throw too much at us.
Yeah.
They did the first one, and it was to help build a universe, so it was kind of muted because it was part of a bigger thing. Now they're trying to move this more into the center, and I'm afraid that they might try to do too much. And in doing too much, it won't be as successful. And I want it to be successful. I'm excited about this.
Well, that's my
It
kind
sounds
of
I'm in.
worry as well, is that you're going to be adding too much, because recently came out, Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac both said the reason they got onto Moon Knight is because of how just alone it was in the MCU. It was his own thing, its own project. It didn't have to
So,
stand on
what
anybody
I'll
else's
say-
shoulders.
What I'll say to kind of encapsulate this whole thing is, to Kat's point, you're taking a pawn that is now the king. They're trying to make the king centerpiece, and you don't want to do too much, otherwise it'll be checkmate for the universe. So it's a good way to kind of like encapsulate that. I'm excited for the movie. I've seen multiple trailers.
At this point, show me somebody who isn't excited for the movie.
Even Connor's excited for this movie.
Even
I'm in.
Link is excited.
I'm in.
Sounds good. I'm in.
But, rumors from everybody from Deadpool to Bruce Campbell and Tobey Maguire being involved in this movie. So
It's amazing. Just-
the
I
anticipation
think
is there.
Chris and Kat hit it on the head with, like, you don't want to do too much to like get everything out, be done. I mean, like what?
That's
exactly what you
why I think with this movie, what you can do really well with it is not necessarily having a bunch of different actors, but having a bunch of different characters is okay. A lot like what we've already seen with the different Doctor Stranges. Nothing about those trailers has dissuaded anybody, because we know in the forefront of our mind that's Benedict Cumberbatch. This is one guy, and now he's expanding his acting by playing these multiple different Doctor Stranges that have subtle, minor differences.
Little nuances to each one.
So,
Which we've already seen done on the Flash TV series.
yes.
We
So
know
we-
it can be done.
So
yeah.
we know it
And we've
works.
seen how it's successful and how it's not successful. So Marvel, they do have their missteps here and there, and I'm concerned about this one because there is so much pressure and so much such high expectations for what's coming because of WandaVision and everything that's kind of led us to this point. So I am cautiously optimistic. I want to love this. I want this to do well. I'm just nervous that it feel like as more information comes out, it really feels like they're oversaturating.
Well, at a certain point, it's on them because they're the ones that have been building this hype train throughout a pandemic. Like, this has to be the golden money shot. You can't pull back on this. You have to go full bore.
There's the dejection.
Hey, like Chris Rock, I kept that mild, all right? That was the onion. See that?
Yeah.
You see how the pool just got deeper all of a sudden?
Don't. On to the next story, please.
We're going to hop on over to this next story.
Thank you for the dejection look.
The crowd loves you. But I never would have thought I would actually say this on a podcast, but Bad Bunny is getting his own Marvel movie. And it already has a release date.
You gotta put the dog in the bed and be right back.
I didn't even know this guy fucking existed before today.
I knew he existed. He was in WrestleMania.
Well, yeah,
not this past year, the year prior.
WrestleMania 37?
Yes.
You know how I know that?
This article?
Because of the copy.
I didn't need the copy.
Yeah, you're a supercomputer.
He had Booker T as his person in the background for his video.
You know what? I side with Starfleet. Fuck androids.
Wait, literally or figuratively?
Figuratively. Not literally. God, have you seen him?
Set phasers to kill.
This revelation
The fuck, Mary Kill.
comes straight from CinemaCon, where Sony Motion Pictures Group president Sanford Panitch?
Sure.
Announced,
Itch, yeah.
yeah, Panitch.
Panitch.
Announced that Bad Bunny.
Such a panitch.
And then he scratches it, and she scratches it. And she
How?
scratches it, and scratches it.
See,
As bad as
you
that
came in right at the
If you've listened
perfect
to
time,
Latest
Kat.
Rogan, you get it.
Your timing is impeccable.
As bad as that joke was, like, for real, like,
You're talking about a panitch, talking about Bad Bunny. And it's on fire. El Muerto. And fuego.
we're really reaching our Spanish listeners at this podcast.
Sure.
Yes, I know.
Sure, all three of them. Just lost one.
That's
Now
a bit
two.
presumptuous, sir, that we have all
Put on the
three
multi-stream.
Spanish.
See if we have any viewers.
Nope.
Still no.
Nope.
But
Still no.
One comment.
but
All right. He's getting the Marvel movie, Spider-Man number 6. Thank you.
So
Great.
Roping it back in.
Sanford announced that Bad Bunny. What the fuck kind of name is Bad
Don't
Bunny?
ask questions when he answers what the fuck. Just move on.
Anyway, he announced that they will play El Muerto, who was introduced to the Marvel Comics universe in 2006, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 6. The movie will hit theaters January 12th, 2024.
So athletically, he is very gifted. Watching him in doing the WrestleMania spots, he actually did all the movesets.
Oh no,
and
they have
looked
a
like
list.
a legitimate wrestler.
They have a list of his stuff. Like he is a Grammy, not that it means anything, a Grammy award-winning.
I love the preface. Not that I need to hit buttons and make music
Yeah, not that it means
and
anything,
then
but
mumble everywhere. Sure.
somebody bought him a Grammy
For
tunes.
That's the song.
Hang on a second.
Okay.
I can't make this up because the tunes like, quote, I like it, and Mia.
Yeah, famous songs over at Klitz and Kilts. They love songs. It's like their favorite.
They only
Amy
play.
has not been brought up to speed yet.
They only play
Please.
that on the jukebox. But if you're not up to speed,
Just go back into our back catalog, please.
there's a running joke to where we have a
Is it
fictional
still on
town
the,
that we're
is it
making.
still on
that we're making up that most of
What was the lemonade stand that you just made?
Nah, that one might not make
Golden
it
Seeds.
might not make it, but
that's
they have we have different fictional
Got a little
businesses
fictional
like
town.
the chocolate brownie, the
Harry
alcohol establishment Red River.
Yeah.
The Harry Donut got bought out by Klitz and Kilts. It's a strip bar.
The Harry Donut was a strip club that caters to the above 70 crowd.
Yeah.
I stayed 3 minutes too long.
But we didn't get to mention Broccoli Tuesdays.
Yeah, they had the famous broccoli too.
Steven?
I didn't ask for this.
So, look, we needed a good refresher on all of this
Sure,
gloriness.
Did we?
Because,
Did we?
yes,
Did any of
because Mayor Catgo Google is right at the town square with her head shaking.
I would not.
It's a
live in
very
that
expensive
bobblehead.
statue
I would not.
that we dedicated to you.
In the
I would
Simpsons
not,
bronze.
I would live in my station wagon outside of that town.
That's why you're
what-
mayor.
Like, she has nothing to do with us. She can delegate us, please.
Oh gosh. I have disrupted you all enough.
Yeah,
I hope you guys
we
have
like
a
it
wonderful
like
night.
Oh, we love you, Kat.
Good to see
Thank you.
you.
Oh gosh.
Have a great rest
Wonderful
of the show.
woman.
She's saying
Katarina Thermoscara.
justice.
She's tapping out a keyword justice.
That's from a Batman BDSM joke.
I
think that one.
She's like, I'm getting off of here. And stop.
It's not letting me get out.
And call.
And it brought her back. It brought her back.
Like, no, I said no. God,
On
that's
that
like
note, on that note, we can just go to the next one.
that's like the Disney streaming app, man. That just did not know when to end. Like,
Oh, you want to go back in there with it? Here they are, still talking about Batman BDSM.
Well, that's what
safe word is justice. But another safe word might actually be this next story because Warner Bros. And J.J. Abrams are working on a live-action Hot Wheels movie.
Bad robot.
Bad. Like, literally. No. Hold out your hand. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
How do you have a Hot Wheels movie?
Like, what is this? Vigilante, but for kids? Like, how do you fucking make a movie on Hot Wheels?
I live my life one orange quarter track at a time.
Did you grab me a beer? So we have J.J. Abrams, Bad Robot, is partnering up with Warner Bros. For a live-action Hot Wheels movie. Yet another sign that Mattel is getting quite serious about filmmaking business.
I mean, it couldn't be any better or worse than Battleship.
Well, Battleship, they have He-Man, which they brought back.
Yeah, but
And
as long
now
as Michael
Hot
Bay
Wheels?
doesn't produce it and make it like mechanical robots, I'm good.
I'm just saying. Michael Bay, he was that?
He was the
did,
one that did Battleship.
Did he do Pacific Rim?
He did Transformers.
Who did Pacific Rim?
I have no idea.
I thought that was Michael.
We got
Bay.
this wonderful thing. Oh yeah, it's called the internet.
But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a Hot Wheels movie. I mean, Hot Wheels
I mean,
themselves have not been the actual cars. They have been like, they did GTA cars before GTA thought of it.
Yes.
And that's
And
mainly because of copyrights.
So there's two reasons why I think this is getting legs.
Radiation.
Hot Wheels. No, not different appendages. Hot Wheels, the license has been in Forza 3 as downloadable content, and you can actually create your own Hot Wheels course.
I was about to say, they have a couple games on that.
And then on top of that, there's a new Hot Wheels video game that just released with, I think, 2 weeks ago. They have where you can they have a course editor in there as well, so you can actually go ballistic and create your own shit.
Amy, you didn't know you would be getting the up-to-date information on the Hot Wheels market.
I did not. I mean, all I can think of is it's going to be a mashup between Transformers and then the Cars animation.
You know what?
That'd be great.
That's actually probably a really good summary.
That's a great idea.
What was the movie like? I don't know. You ever seen Transformers and Cars? kind of like that.
Look to the stars.
Oh my God, there's a telephone pole. And that's how
Bumblebee, why are you doing that?
and that's how the best friend dies. You know, he was looking at the stars and like, telephone pole, done. And that inspires the whole.
I want to
Wheels race.
segue like Small Soldiers / Hot Wheels movie. You remember that movie, Small Soldiers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the toys.
Yeah, man, that was great.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, get him back.
I am Argon, leader of the Gorgonites. What was that? Liam Neeson?
I think it was Idris Elba. Believe it or not.
No shit.
It
I
might have
want to
been.
say that was. Oh
It
yeah,
might
you got to
be.
fucking look that up. I think it was one of those deep voices that.
Could have been Keith David too.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Keith Richards.
I don't think he's doing much voice acting.
No, he can't get no satisfaction. That's what it was.
This is so nice. That was such a good fucking joke. God damn. See, we are funny if you didn't know. Although, if a show has to tell you they're funny, I mean, you know. Anyway, well-oiled machine. Warner Bros. And Mattel Films announced that the Bad Robots has signed up to produce a live-action Hot Wheels feature
they
film.
don't even have this one listed in here.
Described as a described in a press release as the showcase of, quote, some of the world's hottest and sleekest cars, monster trucks, and motorcycles. Speaking about the collaboration, Mattel Films executive producer Robbie Banner, Brenner. That kills my joke. Anyway, did not provide a plot detail, but I was going to go for a Bruce Banner joke, but it didn't work. Anyway, he did allude to the new project being aimed at a broad swath of Hot Wheels fan base.
Okay.
Now, look, a lot
Who
of
else
people.
would you market the movie to?
A lot. Well, no.
We're gonna market the movie to people who like Barbie. We think that's our
Look,
key market.
We're going for the Barbie, the Barney, and
What about My Little Pony? There is bronies that is in the actual group.
All right, let's stick to Hot
it's a
Wheels,
fucking
shall we?
con.
Yeah.
They have a con on that.
They-
Like, all right, me and my bronies are gonna get together. You know, this guy sells stuff, and God, that's too fucking weird. Anyway, other way.
You went with it, man.
Hot Wheels.
Are you trying to tell me something
I
I don't
help
know?
myself. Anyway, but my
You like rainbows.
Yeah, my original point was that I know a bunch of grown men who are bronies. No, I know a bunch of grown men who are into Hot Wheels. Like they have the fucking cases and they go to the toy stores just to find their Hot Wheels. They go and actively search for Hot Wheels, vintage and all that.
Yeah, Phil
have
Hartman
them in
was
the
in that
cases
movie.
and shit. Like Hot Wheels are a thing. And it's a collectible, and it is a nerddom in and of itself. But I just don't see how you put that in a motion picture.
Wow, Jim Brennan was in
Unless it's a documentary about people who hoard Hot Wheels, if you want to join the podcast.
No.
No, he's still back. On
He's
the first
IMDb.
story.
He's on the first story.
Yeah, he's searching, doing some back checking on Netflix.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who
Yeah,
was that?
there's a lot of
Harsher?
people in there.
Frank Langella? Oh, I know him. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
some photos. Oh, a new.
So there's a lot of different things that are going on for this fan base of Hot Wheels that I think is weird, but with JJ and Bad Robot behind it, like, I mean, where do you see JJ pulling one out of his butt on this one? Like,
I mean, he's done Super 8. He's done, like, I mean,
okay, Super 8 was like what? Aliens with a fucking
pseudo.
a homemade camera?
yeah.
It was Aliens meets
And he did
Blair Witch.
He did the original, like the remake or the relaunching of Star Trek.
Which the first movie is not on Paramount Plus.
No, I haven't.
But they have the second and the third.
But it's on my Google Play list.
Yeah, but it's not on Paramount Plus.
Doesn't have to be.
It
You can
has
watch
to
it
be
regardless.
because it's a fucking
It's a
Paramount Plus
movie.
product.
No, it's a Bad Robot movie.
Produced by
J.J. Abrams.
And
His own company, not Paramount.
But who owns Star Trek? That's right, Paramount Plus.
That's a license. Licenses can be bought and recaptured.
That's an A+ idea.
It
is.
an A+ idea. Like
You're talking semantics with a person that you're not going to win with.
God, someone kill me.
if only, but too soon. A+ Catering and Events LLC. You'll hop on over to facebook.com/APLUS Tri-State and website coming soon. That's the new thing on their agenda to make it easier for you to find them and all the most delicious delicatessens. Scroll through some of this new beautiful bean footage because, my God.
That is amazing.
They are expertly crafted in making these delicious treats that I can't I mean, I don't know why Anthony Bourdain's there, but you can keep going. That was a little weird to be visited by Anthony Bourdain. I mean, still in the same vein, giggity, but those marshmallow shooters, oh yeah, man. You're going to find all of it from all the manja and bread and different delicious delicatessens. You're going to book them for your next event, and then your coworker is going to walk up to you and say, "Hey, did you book these guys? This food is delicious. Where'd you find them?" "Oh, I was listening to Projangers and Wall Hangers on the Triforce podcast."
They were saying Batman's into BDSM. It's a joke that won't go away.
I used keyword justice, and I got 0% off. It was so great.
I just got these weird looks.
But they make...
they still make you.
Like, look, I keep saying it, but I went to the country of Jersey, and these are the most talented women to helm the catering
in all actuality
that you need.
Book them. You'll be happy with the booking. So,
unlike this next story.
That was a good segue.
Good segue indeed, but I don't think I'm disappointed.
Nintendo delays the Super Mario movie to 2023.
Oh well.
You'll have to wait to watch Chris Pratt as a plumber.
Are we allowed to know about it?
No.
If we find out about it, will they cancel it?
They're not going to cancel. I hope. Well, you know
They
what?
might.
Actually, I kind of hope they would. But
Sorry, Chris. The Guardians of the Galaxy have already been to this castle.
Nintendo's animated movie, based on Super Mario Bros., won't make its previously announced 2022 release date. Nintendo and Illumination now says that Mario movie will be released the next spring instead. Mario creator and game designer Shigeru Miyamoto.
Hence the reason why there's a me for your Miiverse. Miyamoto
made the announcement himself. Like, he's not fucking 107. Do you know how to use the Twitter, Mr. Miyamoto?
I think he had his secretary do it. Go ahead and Twitter that.
Tweet that, please. Thank you.
He probably proved
Why
it.
are you speaking like Angry Samurai? I'm just curious.
He
could have been
French
like
accent. That's weird.
Thank you. Like they actually do take effort in trying to speak.
I was
proper
really
English.
trying to think of how to do that in a British accent for a minute there, and I'm like,
I said French, not British. French.
oh, fuck. Well, damn. All right, well, put a fucking paradox in front of me, why don't you?
3 languages in one head. No one can live at this speed.
A French-British Klingon paradox. Who would have thought it? I don't know. But after consulting
Keeps on saying captain all the time.
After consulting with Chris San, my partner at Illumination on Super Mario Bros. Film, we decided to move the global release to spring 2023, April 28th in Japan, and April 7th in North America. My deepest apologies, but I promise it will be well worth the wait.
All right. Well,
Yeah, we'll see. That's what you said last time.
Do you see this pulling the Sonic Gold turd out of its hat
No.
for a podcast title.
No.
No.
And no, that's not the podcast. No on 2 accounts.
Veto.
Yes.
Okay.
By the powers invested as CEO, I say no.
By the powers invested in me by Grayskull, you don't have the power.
What do you think, Amy? Were you really disappointed in not seeing the Mario movie this year?
I don't know how I'll be able to sleep at night.
Okay.
No, I honestly don't. No.
I mean, it's animated.
It's not something I was really, looking forward to necessarily.
Now, is there any video game premise that you would want to see as a series or film? Because
Zelda.
I never thought I would. Well, yeah, of course, but we can't talk about it. Otherwise, they won't make it. But
They're never gonna-
Excuse me,
Okay.
princess.
But like Halo, I never thought I would want to see that as
Halo.
a series. But Halo, I do, and it's great. So, what is a gaming series that you would want to see?
I don't know. Nothing comes to mind as far as anything that they haven't already done. I was very impressed with the Witcher series versus the games and the books and all of that. They did really good job with the Witcher.
Oh yeah, the first season was a little bit wonky. Like I got to like episode 3, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm fucking lost.
Yeah, because they were hopping timelines and shit.
Yeah.
It was like me telling a story, and then we went to the store, and then we were on Mars, and then we were in the center of the Earth. Like, dude, where the fuck are you at?
Connor tells better stories than that. His are actually sequential.
Yeah, no, not this one. Like, but I still liked it by the end of it. Like, all right, because I think it was mainly because it was something that nobody had the balls to do before. They took the balls and said, "We're selling this."
I mean,
Well, the book,
But then they went heavy on the
video
promo,
game
the PR.
didn't jump around like that.
Mhm.
So that was strictly for the TV show. And
Yeah,
it was so that
it was a quick way to set up the lore.
It
and
was
confuse
a
people.
schizophrenic burst at best.
well, if they went chronologically, you wouldn't get a lot of the characters in the first season at all.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a quick way to set up the lore. That's all. That's all it was for. Sitting
Just a little, device to move the story along. But there's definitely a lot of content there to where I could see you getting at least another 2 seasons out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going on what, 3?
Yeah, they're right. They're filming 3.
There's going to be 7 for Witcher.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Wow.
Game of Thrones in that bitch. All right. I mean, I'm going to watch it because I'm not one of those 200,000 people that unsubscribe. But also, you have Netflix saying, like, there's like 1 million households that we can get that are just sponging off of other people. Those lazy fucks. We need money now. We got Witcher to make, damn it. These aren't fucking cheap.
Well, it's not J.G. Wentworth. They can't have their money now.
Well, they're also not spending Amazon money. Like Lord of the Rings, they're spending like $50 fucking million an episode.
Hard
That's
to beat
insane,
someone who's
like-
going to space.
It's
in
the
his
most
spare time.
expensive they've done per episode. Meanwhile, Bezos is going in and out of space like he's popping a fucking giant.
I mean,
Or
Kelly's
instance.
transmuting himself back into the podcast. No, like Diablo was always one for me to kind of, to see that in a live action show because there is enough lore there now
Yeah.
with 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
That it would just be amazing.
A
It
Diablo show would be really great because there's a lot in Diablo that is red text. And it's not like an actual, like, AAA action RPG to where I am going to pay a voice actor to read everything to you because you're so dumb. I want you to be able to enjoy this. And I don't want you to have to read. That's the one thing. Nintendo has said fuck you to voice acting for the longest time on a lot of their games. And they were like, guess what, dummy? You got to fucking read.
I mean, that's
Mario
how
has never had a voice. Link has never had a
he
voice.
didn't
God, I
have a
wish that
voice
was true.
until Nintendo 64 with Charles Mamet.
It's a me, Mario.
And
Exactly.
and that's like, and it was just a mistake of audition that he ended up getting the part.
We all fail to success sometimes. Look at this podcast.
You know, I mean, I say it jokingly, but you know, laughably, failing upwards does happen. Just going,
all the time.
you know, we snicker all the time about the joke, but you know, it's just like it's Hollywood. That's all it is. It's like you're a hairdresser one day, you're an executive producer for a movie the next.
100%.
That's what failing upwards is.
Exactly. A lot like this next story, because Diablo Immortal is now coming to PC along with the mobile this June.
Great.
So, Diablo's latest entry is no longer just a mobile game. On Monday, Blizzard announced the Diablo Immortal, the mobile game originally announced in 2018, is coming to PC as well. Diablo Immortal will also feature crossplay between the two platforms, letting PC and mobile players play together. The two versions will be released on June 2nd.
This is actually a good move because it allows people.
So smart.
It allows people for both platforms. So-
Cross-play and cross-save. You can play on your PC and then hop right onto your fucking phone.
I don't know if they do cross progression though. Cross progression is a different thing. If you can play on your phone and your progression from your phone carries over to PC, that's different. Cross save is just, you know, adventuring the story.
Director Wyatt Cheng revealed a few new things about the game. The new PC version will support controllers, mouse and keyboard, and even the AWSD control scheme. The game will also feature cross-save as well as cross-play, which allows players to close their PC game and instantly jump into the character.
All right, so what they mean is
their
cross progression. So that will allow cross progression.
So that's the kind of ease of play that, I mean, dude,
It's
if
smart.
you can
And
have
it entices one person to buy it twice. That's all it does.
well, and here's the thing, it's free.
Well, you
So
say
much
free.
for buying it twice.
Because it's a free game that it's going to be on mobile and it's going to be on PC. You're going to be able to cross between the two.
So it's a pay to win.
Now, exactly. Now, pay to win, whatever. But I like pay to wins that allow you to play to win as well. As long as you have the option to where if you're a lazy fuck, you could just buy your way in. But if you're a masochist and you like this game and you want to fucking go through the trenches, you can actually grind through and get those same rewards eventually because you're just enjoying the experience. Diablo, very much an experience that if you love Diablo, like who fucking doesn't, you're going to play this.
The game, not the devil.
Well, I mean, both probably, but even the mobile game, most people probably didn't even know this was a thing, and they're like, "Oh, I will play Diablo on my."
We got to tell our
phone.
roadie friend that Diablo Immortal's coming out for the PC now. I'm sure
Exactly.
he'll come back on.
But the PC version of the game will launch in June. Will technically be an open beta test, but it will include all content and features, and progress will carry over into the final version. Diablo Immortal will feature a similar structure to previous Diablo games and all the features fans expect. The game will include main story quest that moves straight through 8 different zones. The story will take place between the events of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, and of course, Deckard Cain will be a huge role.
Stay a while and listen.
I didn't know he was Caitlyn Jenner.
Scottish.
Oh. So close?
That was really bad.
Oh, why don't you stay a while?
Oh, look who it is.
Oh, pull up a chair. Oh, I didn't even know you were coming. Oh, please, shit. So, you want to know about Diablo, huh? Well, just pull up. I have some tea. Would you like some tea? But the
Oh my god.
Can we get a picture of you and Steven Tyler?
the latest Diablo game will also include 6 character classes for players to choose from, including classes from previous games like the Barbarian, Wizard, and everyone's favorite, the Necromancer.
Necromancer is a cool class, I will say. But on that, I mean, they should be OP buff.
That's the only time that sentence is allowed to be uttered at all about necromancy.
Necromancy, yes.
When being referred to in Diablo form. Like
or D&D, yes.
Skyrim, not cool to be a necromancer. Most cases in your life, necromancy is not cool.
It gets frowned upon.
Yeah,
Very frowned
for
upon.
a reason.
You don't say, really. We have gone everywhere. But
It's like you're basing religion on that.
another place we're going is this next story because
Yeah, I don't think we have it in us.
it's almost unreal, dare I say, because incredibly realistic Superman Unreal Engine 5 game is free to download. Scroll down to find that trailer eventually past the ads. Below that one. There you go, because that was my first thought, too. I was like, oh, that. But it was made in that world of the Matrix 5, but they wanted to play around with having a Superman and showing off what you can do in Unreal 5 engine as a superhero game. And just overall, we already knew the looks were great just from those screenshots that we've seen. But even in this gameplay, you're like, damn, that is a really good fucking engine. Like, as far as graphic engines go. But you see him zooming around, and some of the other videos I've seen, they've showed off the laser powers and, like, how they would work the laser powers and, like, going through, concrete and different other obstructions and shit, to where this is, even just for flying, this is a really good just demonstration of what you could do in... This is what you would be doing.
Here's the thing.
For 80 to 90% of the game, that's what you would be doing.
And
you would be flying around.
You would want to.
Just like Spider-Man. You web sling around the city. You are going to be flying around the city as Superman. That is what you're doing 90% of the time. And that looks amazing. That move, who wouldn't do that? Everybody.
And look at the air brakes.
It's
He's got
like
amazing air brakes.
You know what that is? That's like doing the force wave at the grocery store to make the door
that's
open.
Ewan McGregor doing the force wave at an automatic door.
Yeah, that's what that is. Because everybody would want that.
Which is true.
Everybody wants this game. Like, this one guy went and just started fucking around on Unreal 5 engine and then just posted it up. And it's the game that everybody has ever wanted since Superman 64.
I've been dabbling in Unreal 5. I'm not quite there.
I mean, before you actually played Superman 64, like the game that you thought in your mind, this is the game you thought in your mind.
Superman 64 was built on the same engine as the Castlevania 64, which is why it was so bad.
They were both garbage-ass games.
They were. Stories are great. Games were garbage.
Like, there was only a handful of titles that had 64 in it that were good. Like Mario, Star Fox, those were good 64 titles.
Ogre Battle was good because that was a tactical RPG, like kind of like Shining Force.
Well, that's
That was
tactical, I mean, but that 64 phase, that was the last we really saw Superman in the gaming realm. Outside of the Injustice fighting game series. But Superman seemed fit for an open world, but you have that. I guess it's almost like people felt like it was almost like too much of a cheat code to where Superman himself as a character is a cheat code.
Yeah, he's OP. That's just him.
But there's other things you can do, man.
It's his good moral standing that
like, imagine
doesn't make
this.
him OP.
Imagine this. You have this game world, right? But you have areas you can't get into because Brainiac has affected red sun satellites, which cover that area. So you can
you can
go there.
you can
Narratively, you can explain it and quarter off sections. You can have it explainable to where they injected some kind of kryptonite into them, so it took your fucking powers away. And you could do a lot with this Superman game. So that's my overall idea. I just want a Superman game.
I think everybody wanted a good Superman game, not the one that you got.
And that trailer was just better than 90% of all that other bullshit out there.
Correct. I concur, sir.
On that bombshell, we end off this podcast the same way with an intuitive end segment, which, of course, I thought, what movie or franchise would you want to give a mulligan to for another chance?
Is that how you actually spell that?
Yeah, I Google spell checked it.
Okay, I'm just making
Mole,
sure.
Mollugin. Mulligan.
Mulligan.
But what movie or franchise would you give a mulligan for?
What movie franchise would I give a mulligan?
Movie or franchise? Because my idea is like, look, you give him a mulligan. You could be like, nah, didn't happen, man. Do it again. Spider-Man 3, my first one. Because then we would have gotten Spider-Man 4 with Bruce Campbell as Mysterio. And that would have been amazing. And that would have been a perfect 4-movie arc. And then we would have gotten a different Spummock movie verse that would have been completely horrible.
That's not worth saying the word.
Spummock?
No.
You can never control where the stomach goes.
It kind of sounds like, what's that Scottish dish?
I want to get it in your eye.
Spotted dick, yes. It's
No, not spotted dick. The other one.
Haggis.
Haggis. It just sounds like haggis right there.
That's did your cat just cough up a hairball?
Haggis. Yeah, it's over there. He likes to keep his haggis over there.
All right.
I don't know. But as far as a movie or franchise, Spider-Man 3, that's my first go-to. Just as an overall, movie franchise from the beginning, that you could have had.
I mean, I quoted it in the end credits, but what about Starship Troopers? In the
If you were to do like a
If you're gonna
realistic
do it
take now,
like the book, do it like the book.
yes, I mean it's got a
Not
cult
that
following now,
cheap
but another one would be Galaxy Quest, because that one need a.
Nah, that was fine.
That was a good movie.
No, that was perfect as it is. Don't touch that.
I don't want you to touch Galaxy Quest, but you could touch Starship Trooper, giggity.
Yeah, touch it all you want. Backside.
You just play around with it all you want.
Stop. Just stop.
Even butt stuff. I don't care.
Yo.
But
I was subtle.
was that what you were doing? Oh, okay.
For those who are playing.
What about The Last Starfighter?
Okay. I mean, there's always that kind of for movies in that time, I feel like that's a prime area to do.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Because essentially,
Howard the Duck.
Essentially, that's what J.J. Abrams did with the Star Trek.
Yeah.
He was taking a movie from back then and redoing it. Although we saw a little bit of Howard the Duck in some of the MCU stuff, which
Yes.
I still hope they do a Howard the Duck movie. Kevin Smith doesn't have to direct it, but I think he'd be good at it. They tagged him to the project before, but it didn't have any legs. But, I mean, especially with Howard the Duck, to where that, I think, is a good property, especially for the MCU, because it's borderline on the ridiculous. And then it's almost that kind of funny Deadpool feel to it, to where you're going to attract people for a different reason than you are going to Iron Man or Captain Marvel.
I'm trying to think if there's any other movies that I would do.
The Ring 2.
Hellraiser.
Oh, there you go.
Because that would be like the horror vibe.
Yeah.
Because you can't really, Freddy Krueger and
Dude,
Jason have been done so many times.
I was
over.
about to say that. Give me a mulligan on Freddy versus Jason and make that fucking psychopathic. You have to have at least 12 doctorates in psychology to fucking make that shit.
Give me a multiverse of all 80s and 90s horrors. So you got Candyman, Jason,
Okay.
Freddy.
I think that whole
Saw.
horror vibe that was going through at that time, that with a mulligan, all those fucking franchises would have nothing but just
And then
benefited.
Leatherface, Aliens, Predator.
They've tried Leatherface way too much. Mulligan is a once over, not a 5 times over. Okay.
I mean, they've done Michael Myers plenty of times as well, but
He's got a chance too. He can burn in hell with the rest of them. Along with the Where's Your Beef Lady?
Street Fighter.
Mm.
Like I don't like. Part of me doesn't want to give it a mulligan because it was Raul Julia's last film and he was awesome as M. Bison.
You can either go home or you can come with me. Okay. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, but
Fucking come on. Bloodsport.
yeah, but I mean, remake that movie
I would love a remake of that movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
as
As spy posing on a film set doing top secret spy stuff. I mean, there's
all
only
right.
one season.
Amy, your turn. Your turn.
I would say Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that killed it for a while.
Yeah,
I did not think that was a bad movie. I thought it was completely ridiculous, but I checked my brain at the door to begin with. It's Indiana Jones.
Well, I mean, I just loved the original ones,
Yeah.
the first ones
Oh,
so
yeah.
much. I was just so disappointed in the last one. So, and I would say a good one to do over would be Spawn.
Yes, that would be perfect, especially for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially with how much lore that they have with that McFarlane has with Spawn.
Yeah.
Like they have King Spawn comic series going on now. Like that, I started reading.
Just as long as they get John Leguizamo back.
I started reading. I think at least like the first 1 or 2 volumes of Spawn, and it's a really great comic series.
Spawn on the HBO Maxes is amazing.
The animated, yeah. I've been meaning
and that's
to get
Keith
into
David,
that.
man.
I've been meaning to get back into that and rewatch that because that was another one, man. Spawn is a character that it has legs that I don't think it had when it came out. Because of CGI or technology or special effects or whatever it was, I don't think that it really could have done it justice like it does in the comics.
This is like a curveball here, but I don't want to redo. I want Gargoyles as a live action or movie, but not. I know you're welcome, sir.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah.
But get Keith David.
Say it again, but this time slow.
I want Gargoyles as a live action,
Slower.
semi CGI movie.
Okay.
And get Keith David as Goliath.
Now in reverse. But no, that's a great idea. But you now have just resurrected Mephisto. Thank you. But I think that's a great idea because live action gargoyles, man.
That would be great.
God, man. Fucking give me all these ideas.
X-Men 3 really didn't need to happen.
I think Joe Gilmore was going along the lines of that X-Men franchise line. I mean, there's a bunch of those X-Men that did not need to happen. But if I was going for that Sony universe, the one I would really want to do was Fantastic Four 2.
The one with Silver Surfer?
That could have been so much better if you just did Galactus right.
Yeah, could have been.
That minor change could have kept that franchise going, and then you could have connected the Raimi and the Raimi universe and that Fantastic Four universe and gotten to Iron Man and all these others.
But if that would have happened, we wouldn't have gotten No Way Home the way we did.
String theory, man.
So I had a thought, and then I just lost it.
It's going.
All right, reboot, please, reboot.
Control Alt Delete.
End task on Task Manager. command space shutdown /S silent shutdown. You're going to be logged off in 1 minute.
Okay. But Foxcar, Boxtrot, anyway, activation codes aside, I think we have a lot of really great choices for this end credit. We want you to comment your choice below. Maybe we missed one. Maybe there's a hit series or film that you love that we didn't get. You're going to want to go here to contact us. Find us on all social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And, of course, we end this podcast off with the same way, the thank yous. We want to thank you out to Wolfman Hal, Frank Percy, Mark Gervais. We want to thank out to Aladdin's Castle Gaming, as well as Teddy Schools for all tuning in and watching. Thank you to Matthew Kennedy, who tuned in and checked in last week as our special guest podcaster. From the car to the house to the yard, walking the dogs back to the house. It was great to have him.
And his take on everything. Yeah, that was great.
Thank you to Amy, no nickname needed, for hopping back in here in the Perjangerverse. We missed you.
Good to see you.
We have not forgotten about you. It is so great to have you back on.
It was great to be here. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome anytime.
You can join anytime.
Anytime.
On that, ACPW has their show July 16th, 6:30, Jackson Street and Media.
Yeah, man.
It is their Independence Cup tournament. Your boy will be doing the ring announcing again.
So, Matt Man and the old man's autograph signings.
That will equate to 4 pesos.
I was actually starting out with 1 peso per, but, you know, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
We'll see. This is none other than a long, drawn-out goodbye, and I am none other than your host that can't hit a button, Matthew Bigger, the Matt Man, and, of course, Christopher Bristow, the old man. We have Amy, no nickname needed, as well as our Iron Kelly, our wonderful woman popping in, as well as our omnipotent producer that is Stephen Bucarell, Big Brother. We have our mascot hero of time wandering in the underrealm. And, of course, we thank you, loyal Walljanger, for watching. And we love you. We miss you. We want to see you next week. Until then, game on, Walljangers. Bye-bye.
Oh, no, we're going to end it.
Shut
Oh, my God, it's about to end.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Play on my Changers. That was a good segue. Our Island Kelly.
So, old man, it's probably a good idea if you go ahead and buy that new cord.
Okay, I will do that.
So, I am very clumsy, and the broadcast roadcaster, I knocked it over literally right before while I'm setting up, and that's why you couldn't hear us.
I was frantically clicking buttons like something's not right.
No, it was
Not
not you.
working.
No, it's not you.
It's totally out.
You're just there like, yeah, I see ya.
So I have to say, the last time we saw Amy on a podcast,
Amy,
was,
no nickname needed.
was right. It was like March pandemic.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Because I remember
It was in the beginning.
It was like right like week 2,
Yeah.
where we thought we were going back to work afterwards, and it was
Big
no.
brother, could you do me a favor? Move the Samsung monitor. Move it over a little bit so we can see the full BenQ. Yeah. There we go.
Or just rotate it.
Yeah. Nah, that's fine. That's good. But, yeah, very excited to have you back on.
Oh, thank you.
It's been a long, wild ride since we've had you on. We've had Frank Percy on 1 or 2 times. Old man is becoming a thing in the ACPW market.
Yeah, ring announcing and doing voiceover work, and you know, I actually for shits and giggles, I applied for sports on air personality part time at 97.5, the Fanatic for Beasley Media.
That's why you sent me that. Yeah.
For being a radio personality, which, you know, I'm still going to force you to apply. I don't care if you get denied, just apply, because at least they will give you some feedback.
Okay. But
In
I
the real world.
also have in the real world that second Google tab, big brother. I got some live stories for the end credits.
Okay.
First one, Netflix, or not that one. The tab in between. There you go. Scroll down a bit because last week we talked about the Jurassic League, the Justice League that are Jurassic characters. So this story is showing us what Batman's tragic past is. And scroll down. They actually have the picture, the cutout here of the comic pages. And it's Joker, you know, why do I remember you? And then he's splashing. Go down a little bit more. It's actually covered by the Perjanger's ad blocker. And then scroll down a little bit so they can see. That's Batman crushing the Joker's raptor Joker's arm.
His talon.
Down a little bit. Down a little bit. A little bit more. This panel that we're on right here, this is the Batman origin to where there's, I'm guessing, Joe Cool. And then you have Martha Raptor and Thomas Raptor.
Okay.
All right.
He's a tragic raptor or orphaned theropod or whatever the fuck he was.
It's not even in my vocabulary to speak it. So,
but it's an awesome looking comic. Is my main part because they have this 2-page spread here, and the comics, the art styling looks great.
The food is amazing.
I mean, I wasn't going to go there. That's not until our ad segment. But it looks like a good story to where it's like Batman, and he's like, "Why the fuck do I know you?" And then it's just they go into the backstory, and he just rages out because he's a lizard.
I know you
or
because
chicken.
You have one shorter talon, and that was the one.
I got you now, Short Talon, because I'm Raptor Man. And that's why I added this in the end credits. But I still want to know, like, what would the dinosaur Green Lantern look like?
I don't know.
Aquaman's easy. That's a fucking, I don't know, dude. You could do like a megalodon or something.
A blue whale.
But
I don't know.
Green Lantern, I don't know. That's what would Fearless? Maybe a pterodactyl?
Grimrod.
Grimlock. Grimrod. I don't know that one. Grimlock, yeah.
Grimlock.
Yeah. What do we got next in the stories for the live folder?
I like the artwork, though. The artwork looks fantastic.
Phenomenal. We got another shitty trailer for Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, I don't need to see it. I think that pretty much sums it up.
That's what you really think.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to cram too much in there.
They're trying to
because there's some key parts in this that they have ripped right out of the anime and the manga. To where you see Ishval, you see Scar, Roy Mustang and the War of Ishval. But you also see later on in this trailer, like, the end fight for Full Metal Alchemist. Like, and here where he's explaining how he became. Like, dude, how much are you cramming into this second movie?
Everything. That's it.
Do you know where my phone went? Didn't Lakey grab it?
No.
You sure?
It's right over there. Other side. There you go. Chair problems. But while we're looking at this, and this is where Alphonse and Edward meet in the limbo realm. But there's like a whole bunch of like key sequences from all over the anime. And that's why I say this is going to be shitty. Because I did watch the first movie, and the CGI looked like it came from the 90s. This doesn't look much better. And I think they're doing that. M. Night Shyamalan, I'm cramming way too much into this movie syndrome.
Yeah. It's gonna be Airbender again.
All over again. And it's just going to be another reason why
Not
people
the good
think
Avatar.
you can't do a live action anime. To where the one that did right, Cowboy Bebop, got canceled because it cost too much money because it happened over COVID.
Correct. What was your? Did you like any of these adaptations, Jeremy?
As far as
Like the ones on Netflix?
Because there was Death Note, there was Bleach, there was they're doing a One Piece, and
What about
I
that
believe
schizophrenic
Naruto.
guy?
No Steins Gate.
Right.
He's not schizophrenic.
I'm fairly certain he's.
He
I have
just
a few
believes in
pills I'd
string
like him-
theory.
I
Okay,
just have
it's
a few
different.
pills I'd like him to try for a while.
But at least he moved on from the radiation.
Yeah. Hashtag no Chernobyl for me.
But I mean, out of the ones that I watched, Bleach had the best shot, even though it's like taking a sip of a silver can, thinking you're going to be drinking a Diet Coke and then drinking a Cold Coors Light, as the Bert Kreischer joke goes.
That's a sponsor sip.
I watched Cowboy Bebop, and I watched it. And that was about it. I couldn't say I would go and watch it again. It's just, it does not even come close from the
I'm easygoing
anime.
because I love the anime. I've rewatched that just when I have a free minute. If I do, I rewatch that anime. It's just cowboys in space, and it's my favorite. It's exactly what you like. The idea of Star Wars was, and all this space sci-fi. It's that core idea. We're gonna do cowboys in space, and it is Cowboy Bebop. That's what they're doing, and it's so fantastic. The bounty hunters before fucking Mando. They made bounty hunting cool.
That's what Firefly was too.
Exactly. And it's just having that. I guess I have the rose-colored glasses on, and you have fucking Mr. Sulu as your Spike Spiegel. I mean, that's all I needed to love it. But also, I'm a hardcore fan. So I am expected. Exactly. I'm expected to love it.
Bars right
But the characters the actors that portrayed the characters they just did not match up for me at all.
No, they didn't. Spike was the closest, I would say.
I would say so, yeah.
But Faye was horrible. Jet was like, look, I see what you did with his backstory, and you tried to, make him like a humanizing character like that. Maybe like nurturing soul, but then you just completely make his character go a 180 by like, oh, you're this guy with the Yakuza? Fuck you, asshole. We're not doing this podcast anymore. Like, okay, wow, Jet, what the fuck? Like, I get it. He was a criminal. But come on, man. You were bounty hunting. It's not like you were politicians or in the public eye. Like, I had my problems, but I still loved it all the same. There have been worse things.
You're speaking on common sense there, sir. Stop it.
Stop it. What do I have in my next folder here?
This. Oh, wait.
I need to see the clickbait title there. Oh, yeah, Netflix. They're canceling Bright season.
Yeah, I saw this. This is like the overreaction to the whole Will Smith slap. Like, I understand he should get repercussions, but like,
here's the thing. I don't care if you were the toxic person or if you were the victim. You still deserve to make a living.
Yes.
Maybe not in the field that you specifically want to be in, but you deserve to make a living.
I don't
You don't deserve to be ostracized.
I don't think he's hurting.
No, he's not. No, he's fine.
I think
he's fine. He's
you
fine.
Can stop the,
everything's fine here. We're all fine. How are you?
I slapped Chris Rock and my wife got scared.
Home to Bel Air.
Yeah. And he's comfortably sitting in his mansion. But yeah, man, especially with like Johnny Depp, man,
That is wild.
Oh,
So there's one little silver lining.
I'm
to this.
telling you, I am not a fucking hateful person whatsoever. if a woman takes a shit in my bed and laughs about it to her friends, like this is a purposeful shit, I have been mad for a lot less, okay?
Yes.
That's not a
I've known him
situation.
since 2008. He has.
That's not a
Man,
situation you fucking stay in.
He got mad at me for the slice at the giant deli. And that's like that's.
And
Oh my God.
I mean, still, man, dude, a partner is squatting on your
Someone-
pillow and taking a shit. No, that's. I don't care if you're married or even dating. That's fucking separation.
Oh, good. Here we have another contestant.
Our Iron
Yes.
Kelly, you came in at the perfect point.
Kelly, we'd like to know your opinion on shitting in the bed.
Or shitting the bed.
He is the perfect person to ask.
As I said earlier, the defamation case became the defecation case.
Do you have any high defecation TVs? No, I don't have any TVs that excrete fecal matter, sir.
Well, here's my thing, Kelly. I said that I don't care what happens if your partner is shitting in your bed. That is cause for separation on any level.
There's two things.
The shit was bigger than the dogs.
There's two things that happen with this. So when Johnny was on the stand, and when he got asked, it's like, do you think, have you ever like re-imbibed or done any more drugs or anything like that? He said no, and you saw him actually be happy with that answer because he was like, I know I'll get bit again if I do it, and I know I won't come back.
Yeah.
So like him making that statement, I am proud that he's made that recovery. Mm-hmm. I hope that wholeheartedly. I hope the facts come out fully and like the judge makes the appropriate decision. I can't say, I'm not going to put my opinion one way or the other.
No, we don't. At the end of the day, and this is the thing with Will Smith and with Johnny Depp, you don't know what truly happened behind closed doors. All you have are 2 points of view, and at most, an alternate eyewitness will say in air quotes that's questionable because you're biased to one side.
But you also have video and audio of her saying that she did everything that he said she did. And her saying, oh, who's going to believe you?
Well, it's okay because, I mean, I hate to put it like this, but men get shit on and nobody cares. Literally in this case.
Men's health is a lot more than women's health sometimes.
It's the one thing I actually
Mental
really
health
hope.
as a whole.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be the one that ropes this one back.
There you go.
Mental health as a whole should not be laughed at or concerned, regardless of race or gender. I don't give.
Yeah.
Unless there's shit involved.
And if you're regularly shitting the bed, you should
Monkey
see
pick ass,
a
monkey
doctor.
feces sir.
And
if you're shitting in the bed, come see Steven.
No.
Don't see him.
A doctor.
You want a doctor.
You're not gonna get.
you're not going to get shit from him. Hang on, I got a button for that. No. No. Jesus fucking Christ.
Smooth, Matt. It's real smooth.
Thank you. I don't have my buttons.
He was a smooth operator on that one.
So, I mean, true to
so when you do that.
Well, true
with
to what
fecal
Kelly's
matter.
background is that you're literally one bad day away.
Yes,
put
but
this one on here
when
on
you
purpose
do that with
today.
fecal matter, that is considered a biological weapon because you can get infections and disease and everything like that.
And if you do it in a grocery store, then the manager has to clean it up.
with cat litter. Let me just step that out right there.
But
Kelly knows.
Yeah.
He smells his own. Amy's just going to sit there and smile.
Just sitting here.
You know what? That's usually what Kat does. She just sits there and smiles, makes a comment every once in a while, like, "Oh, these boys. I swear.
What did I get myself into?
These children.
War never changes."
Just like the start of this show. Ready? 3, 2, 1, live.
There we go.
We didn't hit the button. The like and subscribe button here.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Remind me.
All right.
We got a thing.
Yeah, we do that. This started just like falling off, and I'm just like,
I saw that. You had a little bit of a struggle bus moment, but
yeah, because it kept on going. It kept on going like this.
yeah. No, Big Brother has that problem during the Lug Nuts podcast.
Don't touch it.
With the you don't touch it. You just have to set it real tight and then just make sure.
Like the Showtime grill. Set it.
And forget it. Ron Papil. My man Ron Papil. But, no, man, it was a really good show. I really loved having Amy on. It was so great.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, because it's different sides of nerddom, because you're more of a gaming nerd. And as much as you've done, like, the con circuit, just like Katarina has, and Katarina's more of, like, a film and comic nerd, as Tamora, you're more comic and, like, gaming oriented, to where I love the dichotomy that is this whole podcast of, like, everybody coming together. And, I mean, it sounds weird, but I like having, you know, like, two different, like, womanly opinions on nerdy topics on here, because I felt like that was, like, a really good, honest take that we don't really get to have, that most even nerds don't even get to have, so we can have this honest conversation.
Jab, jab.
Oh my
body
God.
blow.
Oh my God,
uppercut.
it's a female. I don't know what to do. like, but we have this honest conversation that it is honestly, like, it's nice having this, because you have this open format and you get a person's honest opinion about a topic that we're talking about. And that's why, like, Kat's like, oh, I don't know if I'll have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion, even if it was like, I don't know enough about this. Once we get to talking, everybody
everybody chimes in.
Everybody chimes in. And it's having all these different voices in there, which really...
You saw that, right?
Old man's breaking shit. That's the only thing I saw.
At least he waited till it was over.
That is so true. Oh, God.
You're supposed to be my backup.
Like, backing it on up to hit that subscribe button right here, right above my head, is going to be the very best Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers video for you. And right above Old Man's head is going to be every single Triforce podcast in a playlist. And, of course, yes, the podcast doesn't end until our main man, Connor, says,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.